Welcome back. Again, we're working on the sandblast cabinet. As you can see, we've got it all siliconed with caulking, this one too. So we're ready to move on to finish putting it together. We're just going to try the original light. We may swap out later, but for now we'll just use the original and give that a shot. We're going to undo that and get that afterwards. But we're going to go ahead and mount on the connector. Let's just match the wires. A little bit difficult to get in there, but we'll get it. So they just have some spade connectors that you have to slide these on. Like I said, we'll just give this one a shot. If we don't like it, we'll get a better light system or whatever, but for now we'll give this a shot. It just goes in with a couple of bolts. Slip around this side. We don't have our glass in yet, so we can reach in through there and get these started. Okay, so we got those. We did do this hack already, taping over the holes so the holes can't fill with sand, and then when you open the door it falls out. So we have that one already done, and we're ready now to move on to the rest of putting it together. So next step is the legs. And not sure on those. Got two in there, that should hold it. Okay. I'm gonna move my tools off here and we'll flip it up on its end. This one does not get a shim. Because they made the back long enough that it doesn't require it. Okay. That has that part done. Now we're ready to put the bottom in. The bottom is 4 pieces. We have our grate, and I'm just going to go ahead and just stick that in there because it doesn't mount to anything. And we have this that the grate will go on. Kind of have this gasket washer thing. We're going to pull that back out. So to make it easier on myself, got to find the holes. I'll use this to do that. Just want to make sure we're going to use the right bolts on this. Those are a little bit longer. And it looks like they feed from the bottom side. I think we can get this. I'm going to see. Just kind of slide that up into there. Just so we can kind of easily, or more easily, get to some of these just to even get started. Kind of fighting because it's uphill, it's resting on the vacuum portion. We'll take care of that. Just kind of leave that lay there. Ready for the hopper. We are going to do the modification on this. So we'll take this off, but we do want to put the dump towards the front still. around here and get that one started. Got the one started, just to kind of hold it. Okay, so we haven't tightened anything up yet. We're going to put the shelf in. If you go on YouTube, there's a bunch of channels that have hacks for these. Granted, you're on YouTube now watching our channel. Go ahead and check those out. We're just kind of using the stuff that we've already seen. So this is one of the hacks they have, is put this shelf in upside down. The way Harbor Freight says to do it is like this, so it's flat. If you put it in upside down, like we're going to do, it gives you a little bit of a lip. So you can store stuff on it. This just slides up. And we will throw some nuts and bolts in it. This is the reason we didn't tighten the legs and stuff up. So if when we put this in, we'll tighten these up first, and then we'll tighten up the legs. I'm gonna have Dad help me. He's being the camera guy again. I'm gonna have him help me tighten all these down, because it's gonna be a whole lot easier than me trying to hold both sides when I can't really reach. So. This time we're not going to make ours mobile. We kind of have a spot in mind for it, where it's going to be most advantageous to us to use it. So we're not going to do the put legs and stuff on it so it's mobile. We'll just take our work to the blaster. Like I said, we kind of have a spot already picked out for it. Which is also part of the reason we're not switching and doing the light upgrade quite yet, because after we changed our lights out here in the shop, it's pretty bright, so we're hoping that'll do it for what amount we're expecting to use this. And we just want something that's handy for, you know, for example, the Oldsmobile, we've got to sandblast the rear end part, the trailing arms, and a bunch of the suspension parts for the rear of the Olds. And so, when we show you running the Oldsmobile engine, we had to make the motor mounts for our run stand. We can show you those, but what we had to do was, so we could get a good weld on it, we had to, you know, sit there and grind it down, whereas if we had this up and running, we could have just popped it open, throw them in there, the plate that we used, and just blast the plate off and have everything good. So that's pretty much all of this portion of this. So like I said, I'm going to have Dad give me a hand, and we'll square up the legs. Before we tighten anything down, we'll tighten them down, because I can see this one, for example, needs to come like that. So we'll square up the legs and then tighten everything down. We are waiting for some grommets so we can run our feed tube up through this shelf, up through the bottom here for the new feed system. And we're waiting on our dust collector system. So when we have those, we'll get it all set up and running.